This has got to be one of the strangest controversies I've ever seen. So Zdeno Chara was recently on the Games with Names podcast, and I'm going to link to it down below. But in one specific point, he talks about the lead up to that famous Vancouver-Boston Game 7 in 2011. Obviously, Boston would trounce Vancouver that game. It wasn't even really close. And in terms of motivation, Chara said that Boston witnessed Vancouver practicing their Stanley Cup lifts.
We saw players from Vancouver coming on the ice in the garden, and they were actually practicing how they would be lifting the cup and handing off the cup to each other. And we found out about these things, and we were like,
bulletin board
material. Like, we are not going to allow this to happen.
Now, in response, Jeff Merrick, one of my favorite hockey analysts, despite his long-windedness, stated that he talked to Kevin Bieksa, who's also on Sportsnet, who says that never happened. 100% didn't happen. Now, I tend to believe Bieksa here. Hockey players are incredibly superstitious. I mean, Sedin didn't even touch the Campbell Bowl, which is something a lot of players won't do. I do also think there's a bit of an inconsistency in Chara's story. First, he says that he saw them practicing their trophy lifts and handoffs. Then he said the team heard about it. Just really weird. I don't know. I've heard a lot of interviews from the Canucks and Boston players. Ryan Kessler was on Chicklets a couple of months ago. It just doesn't really seem realistic to me.